Henry. I have Saturdays set aside just for you in classic blues and R&B, papi.
This is music with a feeling on classic blues and R&B. WVON 1690.
Well, any time is a good time.
On WVON.
Hey! Like right now. Wow!
Every Saturday night, about sundown, country people in wagons coming from miles around, drinking cold liquor from a mason foot jar. Early man get took it, looking at catfishing homemade brew.
right, welcome to another edition of Classic Blues and R&B. Sir Henry Cheatham here. Going to be with you until 2 a.m. playing for you nothing but the best in American music. We call it blues, rhythm and blues, and, rock and roll, and what the hell else we call it? I don't know, pop. It all comes from the kid, from the daddy here, the mama of blues, Sir Henry Cheatham here, along with my man Cheryl on the other side over here. We're going to be with you here. We're here every Saturday night. Last week, I got snowed in. We all got snowed in last week, But this week, folks, we had a little snow today, but guess what? It's kind of warmer, a little better outside, It's a little bit better outside than it was last week this time. And that's why I'm up in here, We had to do what we call, in a sophisticated way, an encore last week. So we did an encore production last week. And if you didn't catch it the first week, guess what? You had a brand new show. Yes, we do this every Saturday night, and we do it as best that we can do. And hopefully you enjoy the program. We're streaming live at WVON.com. We're on iHeartRadio. And, I'm not going to get up on Ustream this week. I've gone in, I'm telling you the truth, I have the issue getting up. I look good, though, ladies. I still look good. I want y'all to know that. I look good, Yes, I do, WVON wants you to get out there and get social by going to Facebook.com/WVON1690, on Twitter at WVON1690, and on Instagram at WVON1690. And Classic Blues would like for you to follow us also on Twitter at WVON Henry, and like us on Facebook at Classic Blues and RB, because we couldn't get the and, so we had to just go with the RB. And subscribe to our YouTube channel at Henry CB. Do that for us. That's on YouTube, Henry CB, and we will appreciate it. We appreciate things that people do to us nice. Because we're nice folks up in here. Yeah. We got some studio guests here I'll be introducing to you in a minute here. But first, let me send out a few condolences. We lost a whole library, Mr. Lerone Bennett. And he passed away, and we want to acknowledge him. Lerone is a fellow Mississippian, just like me. He is a Magnolia boy. And so he's from Clarksdale, Mississippi. He went to the same high school I went to many years ahead of me, of course. Lanier High School there in Jackson, Mississippi. And then out of that, he went to Georgia and on up the road here. Become the editor of Johnson Publication, Jet Magazine, Tan, Ebony, Negro Digest, and all of the great books here. But anyway, his services will be, from what I understand here, Mr. Lerone Bennett's services will be Saturday, the 24th of February, at the Columbanus, I think that's the way they pronounce it, Columbanus Catholic Church, at 331 East 71st Street here in Chicago. That's where he got married, according to his daughter, Joy Bennett. A wake will be held Friday the 24th from 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. at A.A. Rayner Funeral Home on 318 East 71st Street. So if you can, make your calendars to pay the Bennett family your support and condolences and prayers goes out to them from me here. Do so. He's a worthwhile guy. I was talking to somebody, they said, a library is gone. That's the truth. This guy, they've written about, Chet been around, Ebony been around a while, Johnson Publication, and I guarantee you they have covered the entire black world for the last 60, 70 years. You've covered, and have covered American black quite well. You knew about a whole lot of things that we were doing through the Johnson Publication Company. When people could read. Today, they go to the internet for everything. So I also want to send my condolences out to the Chicago Police Commander, Commander Bauer. I understand I've heard nothing but good things about him. I don't know him, but I've heard people say good things about him. And prayers and condolences goes out to that family as well. You know, we got some, Dr. King said, how old was Dr. King? 37? Dr. King, a young Negro, said it years ago. We got some difficult days ahead. And Lord have mercy, he did not lie. He knew what was going on. You know, we had this shooting down in Florida. That's not the first school shooting, and it may not be the last one. You know, I heard a congressman, and he really disappointed me. He was interviewing the Treasury Secretary Mnuchin, and as they go through all of the dialogue and all, he asked, you know, was anything in the budget, you know, for mental health and all this other crap. And then I think he capped it off by saying, what are you going to do about it? Folks, when I look at the Constitution, there are 3 branches, and one branch makes all of the laws, and that's the legislative branch. So he's the one who has the power, not the Treasury Secretary or cabinet member. So we got to do something, folks, to kind of get this thing back on the right track, because we are way off. And it didn't all start with President Trump, so don't throw cans at bitch out of it that it was him, you know. This thing has been running off the rail for a while, you know. So hopefully we have a great show tonight and enjoy our guests here. You know, they looking at me funny, you know. And it's okay, let them look. All right, want to introduce yourself here. We have Mr. Jimmy Tillman and the great big guy, another Mississippi guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. Dixon. No, not you. Are you Willie Dixon? Are you related to Willie Dixon?
That's my father.
All right, then. Where is he from?
He's from Mississippi.
Vicksburg, Mississippi. Yeah. That's right, the big champ. That's right. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. All right, introduce yourself, gentlemen.
I'm Dr. Jimmy Lee Tillman from the original Chicago Blues All-Stars, drummer and songwriter.
Where you from, Doc? Where your roots are?
Meridian, Mississippi. Yeah, Cherokee, Native American.
There you go. The root doctor's in the house.
Yeah, Dr. Root Music, formerly Roy Tower. They call me the Root Doctor, Hoochie Coochie Man, but just don't call me late.
Where your roots from, Doc?
Alabama.
See, he's our neighbors over there. Yeah. They want to be Mississippi. Like okay.
Freddie Dixon. My roots are right here in Chicago.
No, your roots are down in Mississippi.
My roots well, I was born here in Chicago.
All right, you were born here, but that tree.
Yeah, the tree is from Chicago. From
that's right, Vicksburg down there, yeah. And, of course, we got the next, what number are you?
You're not going to start with me this evening, are you? Because you know I'll take over. I'm not going to
don't start it. Don't start it.
We got Dr. Payne here with us, and his son and grandson. There you go. Well, I'm telling you, it's 5 of them.
Yeah, see, I'm surrounded by vintage this evening, as you can see.
Yeah.
And my roots are definitely from Chicago, period.
Where your dad
I know
from?
all of you, Chicago.
Where your
period.
dad from?
Chicago, period. Yeah. Mom, did you hear that? Now, I was going to be nice to you. You're not streaming this evening, but see, we go. See that handsome devil over there, Sir Henry?
Yeah.
This is his picture right here. You see that cameraman?
There you go, good-looking guy. That's right. That's right. Yeah, thank you.
This good-looking guy taking a picture with my mother.
That's right. That's
at
right.
the WVON Christmas party.
Yeah.
Where she won the big jackpot.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Get me started, guy. She won that jackpot prize.
Yeah.
And you know she's had more than 3,000 hits on Facebook telling how gorgeous she is and all that kind of stuff. You know. Dear Mom, that's your plug for tonight.
Yeah, wait now. We got to wait now. You know, we're here to really talk about this Blue Monday International Blues Gala we getting ready to have.
Oh, we're going to do that.
We're going to do that.
But he set up something for me. I had to come in.
Go on.
I set him up.
Yes. His mother, Miss Payne, is going to issue to one of our awardees, Merle Perkins, the Odie Payne Jr., drum major of the Chicago Blues Award. And that's a very prestigious award. It's the first time it's going to be issued, and we think it's very honorable to be issued by Miss Payne to Merle.
What's the last time it will be?
That's right. It's a one and only time award.
When is the event?
It's going to be February the 26th at the Harold Washington Culture Center from 6 until 10. We're going to have the great Bobby Rush come in and get the Lifetime Achievement Award for being a blues role model for all of us blues singers and blues musicians. Johnny Drummer's coming in from Mississippi to receive his Outstanding Band Leader Role Model Award. Dr. Root Music here is also receiving an award of being the Outstanding Band Leader and Role Model. What we decided to do in the Chicago Blues All-Star is to honor the musicians who have maintained the Chicago tradition of the blues and kept it alive and are still living today. We feel that we should honor those musicians while they're alive because if we look around, they're disappearing one by one by one. So we need to make sure that we pay homage to them while they're still alive. That's our responsibility. And that's what this Blue Gala is about on February 26th.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about it throughout the show unless you guys are going to leave here in the next 5 minutes.
Oh, no. They're not leaving. I got it strapped down.
Sit here and talk. We have fun. So you brought your CD. We're going to talk about that, too.
Yeah.
What is the name of that CD?
It's Willie Dixon's original Chicago Blues All-Stars Gold.
Okay.
It's gold, baby.
And that's a double set.
Yeah, 23 songs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What's the first song you want to hear out of there so I can get my man to set it up?
The theme?
Theme song.
It's Chicago Blues All-Stars theme.
Hey, you got that, Gerald? What cut is that? You know what cut it is on there?
Should be one. Should be one.
Okay. Hey, Gerald, cut one. It's going to be, when we come to it. Yeah. Hey, what you want to say about yourself, that doctor?
I'm in the house for February 26th. We're going to be doing what we do, you know. And the last time I saw you was at the WVON breakfast.
That's right. A couple years ago, right? I like that. I like that tip job.
Okay.
I mean, he's all in the cash. He want to get to the doggone cash register and everything. Yeah. Where's bring it up here? You know what I'm saying? Get all of this money out of this tip job.
You know what? The Root Doctor is so calm over there. He just doesn't want to tell you that I've been trying my best to put my foot in the rear end to get him to kick up that beautiful DVD that he did, and I must say I had the honor of recording him on his song. What's the name of that song?
Yes, you did. LOVE.com.
Yeah. LOVE.com.
Yeah.
Love on the internet.
Yeah.
It just doesn't get any cooler than that. But I don't know.
Well, we're working on it.
We're working on it. Oh, jeez. Okay.
All right, tell you what we're going to do, fellas. We're going to get into our first song here. We're going to the program here with some music here. You got it, Brother Eddie Shaw? You got him over there? All right, Brother Eddie Shaw, as you talk about leaving one by one.
Yes,
he just left us and wasn't here last week to play the music for him. Eddie Shaw and the Wolf Gang.
Yeah.
My baby is so ugly. You're listening to Classic Blues and R&B on WVON 1690 AM.
All right, I want to tell you about this woman of mine. Right now. My woman is ugly. She like the dip snuff. Look like Stonewall Jackson when she first wake up. She built like a toothpick, long and tall. Sleeps in the bed with her feet in the hall. But I love her. Just can't get enough. She's my buttercup. When we go out at night, people they break and run. They ask me where I get that ugly woman from. I know she's a little ugly, a little stupid too. But early in the morning, she knows what to do. She I love her. do. I love her, just can't get enough. Crazy about that woman, Chico, she's my buttercup. Now your woman look like a Hollywood queen, but tell me, do she know what ooh mean? Will she work every day and bring you her bread? I cook your food and make your bed. Now my woman look like she been in a hatchet fight, but early in the morning she make everything alright. I love her, y'all. Tell you I just can't get enough. Oh no, crazy about that woman. She's my buttercup. She's ugly, but I love her.
Hey Chicago, this is Ernie Ozzie of the Ozzie Brothers, and you're listening to Sir Henry on Classic Blues.
What I got to do. I know
Cause I'm counting the hours, the minutes, the seconds, till my good loving daddy comes home. Till he comes home, he's gonna have me scratching and clawing just like a kitty cat all night long till the break of dawn. All the lovers in the house, if you know what I'm talking about, let me hear you say yeah. Let me hear you say yeah. All the lovers in the house, if you know what I'm talking about, let me hear you say yeah. Let me hear you say yeah. I wanna see the hands of all the people. Who's gonna do it tonight? Tonight. Now I don't know about you, but I'm gonna get mine. That's all that's on my mind. Now I don't like to kiss and tell, but my baby is doing his job. Oh yes he is. And I love a man who really wrecks a car, put it in the garage all night long. All the lovers in the house, if you know what I'm talking about, let me hear you say yeah. Let me hear you say yeah. All the lovers in the house, if you know what I'm talking about, let me hear you say yeah. Let me hear you say yeah. This song is dedicated to the all the lovers in the house. If you know what I'm talking about, let me hear you say yeah. I let me hear you say yeah. If you're gonna get some love in the night, I wanna hear you say yeah, 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 yeah. Let me hear you say yeah. If you feel like getting some love right now, baby, let me hear you say ooh, 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 wee. If you wanna, give me some. If you know what I'm talking about, give me some good love. Let me hear you say yeah, 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 yeah.
And now, opening night is proud to present you live from Portland, the true stars of the Chicago Blues, the Chicago Blues All-Stars.
like to introduce the band to you once again. We have on the piano, Baby Boogie, Arthur Dixon. On the drums, the butter and egg man of our band, Mr. Jimmy Tillman. On the guitar, one of Chicago's finest, we call him Big Bad John Watkins on guitar. Me, myself, and I playing the bass. My name is Freddie Dixon.
All right, you just heard our studio guest, the what's y'all name?
Original Chicago Blues All-Stars. The original Chicago Blues All-Stars.
What do you mean the original? Well, I mean,
That's not to be confused.
There was a situation at one time. There was somebody out there was using the name, and we had to straighten it out. So we let them know that we are the original Chicago Blues All-Stars, not to be confused with somebody else.
There you go.
And so that straightened that all out, and we're happy, and they're happy, and we're making the blues like it's supposed to be made.
No, they as they say, they ain't happy, but you happy.
Well,
there
now,
you go.
now he's over there instigating.
Because I know they're
and
not
so
happy.
That's what he did.
What across the air.
Say it in the mic.
Now, excuse me, Dr. Payne. You can't do that. That's not proper. We have to say proper.
We're not trying to be politically correct.
No,
they're not happy.
We don't care about being politically correct, but we do want to be right.
That's right.
We're right.
That's right. That's what matters.
No,
I
that's
just
the
wrote a
thing.
prescription for it.
That's some things that we made some arrangements about certain things, and we're gonna make sure we do what we say we're gonna do.
Right on.
There you go. So we're gonna keep our thing right.
Right on.
All right, just hold tight for 1 second, there, gentlemen. Oh, you just heard the Chicago Blues, the original Chicago Blues All-Stars.
There you go.
Oh, some of our guests in the studio here. You also heard Miss Nellie Travis, All the Lovers. Val McKnight, I'm a love-starved woman. She's love-starved. She's looking for, I'm love-starved too. But anyway, Eddie Shaw in the Wolfgang, My Baby's So Ugly. You heard all of that right here on Classic Blues and R&B. Continue with the conversation.
Okay. The thing I want to talk about more than anything else is this February 26th. My whole world spins around that date.
Okay.
February 26th is the first Blue Monday International Blues Award Gala ever held in Chicago.
Okay.
In the world. And so what we're trying to do, let everyone know, make history. Make sure that you're there. Be the one and tell your children that you was there when that History Day was made. We're bringing the blues back to Chicago, back to the south side of Chicago, 47th and King Drive, where it all started. 708 Club, all those beautiful clubs up and down there, Teresa's, Trocadero, all those clubs that the blues are flourishing up and down 47th Street. We're bringing it back home. We're bringing it back home with our famous Mr. Bobby Rush. Bobby Rush started here in Chicago. Chicago made it. In fact, Bobby Rush is part of the WVON here. He was back in the day when they were putting the WVON together. Bobby Rush was one of the people that helped form the station, contribute to the station, men developed with Purvis Band and West to South and all those good guys back there then. We're glad to be here, and we're glad to keep on carrying on the tradition of the Chicago Blues. That's what the original Chicago Blues All-Stars is all about.
So this is the first year that you're doing this event?
This event here, yes.
Okay. So you hope for it to become an annual event?
It's going to be an annual event. going to be an annual event every year. The last Monday in African American History Month is going to be International Blues Day at the Howard Washington Cultural Center. That's where we're starting.
And I'd like to talk about the reason we're out here. We're out here to build our University of Life centers.
Black what?
University of Life centers.
Okay.
And that's what we came out to do, me, Jimmy, and John Watkins. We were in retirement. And Jimmy and John and me got together, and we said we was going to, Jimmy said, let's go out and play. And he had an idea about what he wanted to do. I had an idea, and John had an idea, and we put them all together, and we decided we're going to have a university where we can deal with the children of the children, teach them what we know, because God gave us these gifts and He didn't give them to us just to sit on, to pass them on. So that's what we're going to do: pass on what we know and create jobs. We're going to. It doesn't have to be playing music. It could be any art form, and that's what we're doing. We're doing that at Motorola Brewery every Thursday.
Okay.
And we're doing that down there every Thursday. We have young artists come up. We teach them how to play the blues, and they playing. We have a lot of young artists. One of the songs that you're going to be playing is Black Bags. Michael DeMani was 22 years old when he recorded this song. And he came up because our guitar player, John Watkins, had a stroke. And we didn't know Michael. He came and sat in with us, and we took him under our wing. And he's a great kid, great guitar player, can sing, So that's what we're about, trying to make the world a better place through music.
Yeah, I was at the brewery down there, and I saw some young folks. And I said, hey, he looks pretty good, sound pretty good. I forget this kid's name. He doesn't look like it, but he kind of reminds me of Eddie Kendricks. He got a kind of a, I don't know, but he plays guitar. I don't know his name.
That's probably Michael DeMani.
Michael is, we got two. There's another little kid came through there now.
Kind of tall, skinny little.
Yeah.
That's Michael.
Yes,
yeah.
And there's another two other young guys that are coming through. Dan McGrady and his name is Emil Robinson, but he plays on the name of Dante Blundy. Dante Blundy. And he is a bad little guitar player.
Oh, yeah.
We use Motorola Brewery
right.
as our Universal Life Community Center because, as Freddie said, the seniors and the juniors get together and we can be able to express and share some of our ideas and experiences with these young guys so that they won't make the same mistakes and will learn how to do things a little faster than they would have learned trying to get it on their own. You can show a guy a chord or a phrase or how to do something just by him watching you do it than him trying to stumble through it. So by those guys coming down, hanging out with Doc 2 and Freddie and all those guys down, they get a chance to see professional legends actually performing and learning from that.
And plus
I'm sorry.
And plus they get a chance to come up there and do their own thing, So if you come by Motorola, you are welcome to get on the stage and do whatever you can do. There's no, we don't shun people. We encourage people.
Are you there every Thursday or when?
Every
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday from 6 to 10:30. Okay. I do a little songwriting with the audience. We've written quite a few songs. We get the audience and participate with us, and we take a couple of lines and put them together, make a blues song out of them, and then turn it around and actually make a song out of it. Now, in the University of Life Community Center that we're starting to develop, it's going to be a private vocational school so that we can teach our children, especially about the music industry. It is so many so many different occupations and vocations in the music industry. It's unheard of. You can go from writing the song to actually producing, developing, arranging, manufacturing the product. Everything now is digital.
Right.
You get into engineering of actually making speakers, making all the components. That's how we're getting ready to move into. We're going to be into what you call it, IT.
IT.
Yes, we're moving into that area. Music is already gone there, and everything is digital. So we're going to have to teach our children how to do that. Maybe they'll teach us. Because most of our youngsters know more about the digital encoding than we do, so that's what it's intergenerational.
But you're not going to have them doing the doggone drum machine and replacing you.
No,
with the drum.
they're gonna beat the drum. Well, they got it there.
I need my drum.
I do too.
I need my drum. I need my piano.
And you just open up a whole nother lecture that I could go into with that. And I ain't gonna. The music is natural. It's about vibrations.
There you go.
Can
I jump in there
yes.
and sidetrack this conversation?
Yes,
I just want to reiterate the fact that this event that's coming up on the 26th February, on the previous flyers, you may have seen the general public saw 40 years.
Yes.
That means these guys that I'm surrounded by, vintage here, have been at this for 40 years. It doesn't mean that we've done the gala for 40 years. It'll be the first big gala.
Yes.
But 40 years of background and development, you can't go wrong with that. That I wouldn't sit here if these guys weren't genuine. Amen. All right now.
Bring me some of that genuine.
I didn't say wine.
That's right. That
genuine. See, I knew you guys would know that.
Genuine, baby.
That's right. Genuine.
Okay,
I like genuine.
Genuine. Not your wine. Genuine. Okay.
So that's what we're about. I'm Dr. Tillman. I taught 27 years in Chicago Public Schools. I saw what made kids the way they are, the good side and the bad side. So our job now is we realize that our children are making mistakes because hasn't anyone given them any information. Without information, so is your strategy flow. So if you have any information, you're doomed to be doomed.
Yeah.
So we can give them a little lead here, a little lead here, a little lead here, and after a while, it starts to connect. Freddie might know something he can tell Damani that I couldn't tell him. I may be able to tell him something that he couldn't tell him. Yeah. But that's the way it is nowadays. No one has the complete answer, but everybody has a piece to the puzzle that you can contribute, Right.
That's a good thing.
The reason we're into this situation is because all that happened on our watch. These are our grandkids
that's
out
cool.
here that's doing this craziness.
Yeah.
So we have to take responsibility for it and try to turn them around the best way we can.
Sure,
you just say one, turn them one in a positive direction. You're doing something good. But we know we're going to save more than one through music because everybody loves music. Everybody either want to be a singer or play an instrument or dance, and it takes time. See, some people can do it naturally. Some people can grab an instrument and automatically play it.
Right.
But some people have to work at it. But it takes dedication. And if you want to dedicate yourself, come down the Motor Road, 2337 South Michigan, on a Thursday between 6 and 10. And we'll get you started. We might not take you there, but where you want to go, but we will get you a good start on music. Even we have Jimmy has a grandson comes down there. He's a lyricist. He raps. And it's not the negative stuff. He's rapping good stuff. So, I'm not I didn't like rap music when it first came out. Well, not the rap music, the gangster rap.
Yeah, the stuff on the West Coast.
That, But Jim, his nephew, his grandson comes down, and he got some good lyrics, I said, you can do it, you can rap. We got a tap dancer come down there, tap dance, So it's place where you can learn, create, and feel safe. You can feel safe there, So.
And perform.
And this is what we need.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. Yeah.
And us too, need more things to do. Our young people need more things to do.
Yeah.
Staying at home looking at the video, has a detrimental effect on a lot of students. Get out and do things with your hands, create something, do something, interact with people, become more social. A lot of things that happen to kids are antisocial because their whole life is surrounded by just looking at a little screen. And don't get a chance to socialize.
Thinking everybody's bad.
We getting on out there now. Speaking of our youth, Miss Betty Payton White, she's with the Artie White Scholarship Fund, and she's been contributing to our young people, getting them started and to be great blues artists. I think what's the guy down in Kingfish? Was one of the artists he backed and sponsored. One of the young blues artists that's coming out. And she's going to be one of the ladies to receive one of our awards, one of our awardees. Okay. Oh, okay.
Got the list there.
Okay, got the list here. We'll run down the list.
You may have time to read it. If not, we'll cut you and we'll.
Let me. Okay, then. I'll start with the outstanding band leaders and role models. We got Mr. Johnny Drummer, Dr. Root Music right here, Snapper Mitchell, Sir Walter Scott. There's Maurice John Vaughn, Miss Tracy Adams, and Shirley Johnson. Those are our outstanding band leaders and blues singers. The star of the show of our awards is, of course, going to be Mr. Bobby Rush. He's going to receive the Lifetime Blues Role Model Award. The Dixons and the Muddy Waters family are going to receive Legacy Awards for their contributions to the blues. Those two gentlemen here changed the whole structure of blues, of music, when they went to the folk festival in Europe. What was that, in 62? American Folk Blues Festival in 63 over in Europe and England. It changed the whole structure of music from that point on. That's when the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and that whole English wave of music came over to America. When then our artists over here started imitating them, but they were only imitating the blues. And then when they found out that they were singing Muddy Waters and Willie Dixon, they started looking around for us. And that was the whole deal. That changes music. We do not let that go unnoticed. And that's why we're doing this award ceremony.
And it should be told to our
children.
You got to keep that going. Because if they don't know, they don't know. And they need to know these things, where the blues come from, and where all American music comes from the blues.
American music, that's what they always tell folks.
Yeah, so all American music comes from the blues, and if they don't know that, they're going down the wrong path. So we have to teach them these things.
I tell you what, gentlemen, we're going to go to the top of the hour. We're going to do some news, and we're going to get back. We'll continue to talk and dive into this great gold mine. You're listening to the classic blues and R&B here on WVON 1690 AM.
Talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation. 1690 WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
Welcome to Sunday morning here on Classic Blues and R&B. Sir Henry here. We're rolling right along with our studio guests and all of that. We're streaming live at WVON.com on the World Wide Web, out there, at WVON.com and on iHeartRadio. We're doing that, and we hope you are enjoying us down in Asia, late in Africa. Yeah, the Olympics, that's right. That's right. So, yes, you guys are picking us up at the right time. Hope you're enjoying us there, Europe, Africa, wherever you may be. So hi to a few of your folks out there. I forgot to speak. And don't forget, folks, that ignorance is the most costly crop that any community can produce. Mr. Edward J. Williams said that in 1918, and you know what? He's absolutely correct. I'll try to see if I can't come up with something between now before the year end.
Well, you're going to get it.
Now, something in honor of that, man, because I think those are some very intelligent words, that were said by him many years ago. Brother Gerald is on the other side. We have studio guests here. The old root doctor.
In the house.
Dr. Tillman.
All right.
And the boy from Vicksburg, Mississippi. His son. Every time.
No.
I always talk. Every time I think about your father, seriously, I think about everybody talking about he was a big guy and say he would knock a joke out if need be.
He was a boxer.
Yeah, he was a boxer. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Golden Gloves.
right. Yeah, and Dr. O.D. Payne, the third. Yeah, third is with us here. So we all up in here.
Thank you.
Yeah, we do every Saturday, Sunday night, Sunday morning. We bring you this great American music from the middle part of North America. You know, Canada is our neighbors to the north, and Mexico is our neighbors to the south. So we in the middle part of North America. Yeah, well, we some tough folks, man. We claim jump the whole continent. Where you from? I'm from America. Oh, okay. Where you from? I'm from Canada. Where you from? I'm from Mexico. But we just jump up and say we from America. You know, we claim it all. You know. Yeah, but that's where we are, folks, with everything. You know, everybody talk about the FBI and how great the FBI is, but hell, how in the hell could the FBI miss the? You know, they always say if you hear something, say something, and people do say they did say something, and they missed everything. So now and then, yet they're trying to. Those folks, if y'all hear me go silent, you know that I've been attempted to be lynched up in here.
No, we're gonna let that.
They'd be attempting because I'm gonna get one of them. What I'm going with it. But anyway, everybody thinking because of our president, you know, the current president, that everything is going haywire. But no, folks, we in serious trouble. A lot of problems that we have here because we got a small group of folks trying to tell everybody what to do. And we ain't all one, folks. We are just one country united by 49, 50 states, you know. So we call ourselves the United States. And we all have our individual ways, you know. We in the South have our ways. Folks up north here have their way. You know, in the South, we are all natives, basically. In the North, you got immigrants. You know, that's what we got. You know, folks, they from Europe. They came here from Ireland, Italy, or what have you. Hell, I've been here forever. Like my man, Doctor, say he's Cherokee. Well, hell, what am I? I don't know, Seminole, Apache. I look at the root doctor over there.
Ain't no telling.
That's right. You know, so people got mad when Tiger said he was Kabul Asian. I said, well, the boy's telling the truth. They got mad with him, you know. But anyway, we're here. WVON wants you to get social, folks, by going to Facebook.com and come up here and like us over there at WVON.com, Facebook.com, WVON1690. Follow us on Twitter at WVON1690 and on Instagram at WVON1690. Mr. Fletcher's not here to tell y'all everything, but y'all still can get it. We got some telltales up in here. That's right. They'll tell you everything. And Classic Blues want you to like us on Facebook by going to Facebook.com/Classic Blues and RB. We'd like for you to do that. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Henry CB. Do that for us. That's Henry CB. And follow us on Twitter at WVON Henry. We'd like to thank you for doing all of that, folks. Don't forget to get over to the Montford Point Marine Association. Got a show coming up over there on the 9th, too, of March. So the Brothers of the Ghetto will be over there doing their thing. As you heard earlier in the show, we're trying to get music back on the south side here where it used to be in many, many places. But anyway, over at Montford Point on March 9th, the Brothers of the Ghetto, Sam Cochran and the Brothers of the Ghetto will be there. And that address is 7011 South Vincennes Avenue. The phone number is 873-6600. That's right. It is we also have a sports bar. You can go there and check some things out there too, folks. So get over and join us. We need your support. Yes, we do. We need your support. Like most institutions, the Negro neighborhood community, we need support, folks. We got to do something. The National Women Veterans United, located at 7907 South Racine here in Chicago. Want you ladies to get involved with them. Their number is 872-731-2150. The website is www.nwvu.org. And the email is ladyvets2@yahoo.com. So get involved with your Veterans Association folks. You may need to get the veterans to knock off these old muskets, and we may have to come out of retirement. Doctor, you was in Vietnam, weren't you?
I sure was.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. I see you got on the buffalo hat. Were you in the military?
He hasn't done
Oh,
that.
man, yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all better come on and treat us right. What about you? But he's from Chicago.
Yeah, right.
M60 machine gunner.
Oh, yeah.
First Cap Division.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was blessed. I went to Germany.
Okay.
Yeah, enjoyed it. I think I would have gone to Vietnam when I first went in, but after I got into basic training, I was nowhere I was gonna go. That was not even thinking about it.
I went to Germany too.
You went to Germany too.
Play the blues.
Listen, see that.
Well, that's because blues is international. See, and that's another reason why on that Monday when we do this thing, and it's called Blue Monday International Blues Awards Gala. Blues is international, folks. It's all over the world.
That's true.
And you know what, Henry? You just happened to mention about the Olympics, and just to underscore how international blues is. About 2 years ago, I entered a project with brother Billy Branch, which is one of our local preeminent harmonica players. And what we did a show behind an Olympic skater right here in this town. We did it out at the Sears Arena. And the whole thing is that it was bringing blues into that particular form of entertainment where skaters were actually going to use blues music.
Yeah,
we did
important.
Little Walter's Juke. Okay, Little Walter, who we just celebrated his passing birthday, 50th, in fact. And so blues is all over, and we want to encourage people to wrap their arms around it, no matter what racial group you happen to be with. Just join us. Come on down on that day, the 26th. I can't get away from that because it's just going to be a huge, huge function full of love, not war, love.
Yeah, and we also like to add, while we at it, on the 26th, you know, people love to eat, so it's going to be buffet-style food.
Food?
Yeah, food. You
Underscore
can
that,
eat
folks.
all you want to eat. And also, that package comes with 2 drinks.
Drinks?
Yeah,
Or drinks?
2 drinks.
Wine,
have
back to that wine drink?
Are you guys going to have some corn whiskey there or not?
I'm pretty sure.
It's an open bar.
I said corn whiskey.
Oh, well, now.
White Light, Mississippi.
We got to bring your own. We will all be on your moonshine. And some of that genuine.
I'm not going to tolerate this much longer, folks. Chicago.
You know, Blue Monday is a very traditional thing in Chicago. When the settlers, when we first came up here, I came up when I was 5 from Mississippi, you know. But there was a whole wave of us that came up during that era. When we first came up here from Mississippi, we would stay with our aunts or somebody, and usually they have a little set at the end of the week, and people get there and be jamming and partying. Jam sessions started really in people's houses, and that's because the families could get together and jam and play and share their songs and things would happen. As the people started getting jobs and started working, Monday became the day that they would all get together because they hated to go to work on Monday. Man, it's Monday, we got to go to work. But the thing what happened was they had those Blue Monday jam sessions that Monday from like 4 o'clock to maybe 4 o'clock in the morning. The guy feels all right. I can make the week now. I got a little taste of that last little shot of blues for the week. I can make it all the way to Friday. And that's the history of the Blue Monday jams. The guys would come from all over the city to go to these different clubs and sit there and share their skills and their crafts and congregate together and just share fellowship together. And that's the history of the blues jams and Blue Monday jams.
Now, where did you start playing that?
Here?
Yeah, in Chicago. When did you start? How old were you when you started?
Professionally, I was 18. I just came out of DeSable High School. I was in Captain Walter Dyer's band. And when you graduated from high school, you automatically was in his concert band. And some of the guys in the concert band had blues bands and jazz bands and big bands. and they would let us young guys sit in because there wasn't too many drummers around that. They would let us sit in, and that's how we started getting our training. I think the first real big gig I had was with Otis Rush. That was what I could call a big gig. There was a bunch of other little gigs guys would call me for Smoky Smothers and the Pipe Layers. That was back in the day. That was a blues band. And it was a big thing to me because I was a little kid. I'm playing with Smoky Smothers and the Pipe Layers. Mama, I got a job. You know. And then I looked up with Otis Rush. I stayed with him for probably a year. Playing. That was the days. You were playing. I played with everybody. I went to school. Played jazz, played everything. But blues was where it was. You know, and finally, I got a chance to meet Willie Dixon. That was during the time he was getting ready to take that trip to Europe, and he told me to come to play the jam session, and I was playing with Lou Walter and Sunnyland Slim and all those guys, and I'm telling my mom about all these legends. They're on records, and I'm sitting there playing with them, and they said we're going to Europe, and I told my mom I wanted to go. She said, "No, you got another year of school to finish." I said, wait a minute, they get ready to go. I'm gonna make money, Mama. She said, no, but you got to finish school. I was at Crane Junior College, and I had to graduate, so I didn't get a chance to go. And I was so mad and cried. But I think the best thing happened for me was that I stayed. I finished school. I'm Dr. Tillman now. You know, if it hadn't been for that move, I may not even be alive because I was pretty wild back then. Them days.
You know, it's like I was singing in high school. Stuff pretty good, I thought. Girls used to think it too. People thought I could sing, right?
I witnessed his singing a couple Saturdays ago. He was pretty tough.
No, he was pretty tough.
Come on, man.
No. And Ray Charles came to town, and at the time, Hank Crawford was Ray Charles and Percy Mayfield, and it was Hank Crawford was his band director.
Yeah.
So, you know, in the South, you know, you can get the folks. Back in the day, you could get the people, you know, but not a lot of blocks, you know. So I called the hotel, and I asked him, I said, yeah, son. And he said, yeah. He said, we're going to Texas, you know, when we leave here, because they were going through Mississippi. They was in Jackson. They were going to go up to North Mississippi and over to Texas. I didn't go down to go with him, you know. I didn't, you know. I'm glad I didn't, because I think that's when Ray Charles got busted with the heroin when he flew into Houston or something, you know. Yeah. But I said, well, you know, things works out for a reason, you know. So
well, the show had now we here now.
Yeah.
And based off of Willie Dixon, I'm here because of Willie Dixon's teachers. We're setting up this Blue Monday International Blues Gala. They got me over there messing with me. We set this Blue Monday International Blues Gala so that we can keep our blues music going and honor all of our great musicians. And that's what the thing is all about, you know. Like they said, we're going to have dinner, we're going to have drinks, and party. We've been invited Seal Johnson, Jimmy Johnson, Eddie Clearwater. Those are our last year recipients of our Chicago Blues All-Stars Award. They're going to come down and share with Bobby Rush that night. You people out there, come on down. Call us up, let us know you're out there listening. We're here ready to go. And we got tickets. The tickets are $40. You get the show, dinner, and blues all night long.
And we also have some of the older alumni of the Chicago Blues All-Stars coming also.
Okay.
We have Billy Branch should be there. Sugar Blue, Billy Branch, John Primer, Johnny B. Moore, Bombay Carter, Mike Morrison. These are some great musicians, you know. Some of them still with us, some of them not. So we're going to acknowledge them through their families and friends. But a lot of those cats play with all of them play with my father at one point, you know. So we're going to have a great time. This is going to be a fair that this city will be talking about for years and years to come.
Right, that's right.
Because it's the first one and it won't be the last.
Good, that's a good thing. How did you get into Doctor? How did you get into this thing?
Into
music.
Music?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a long story back in
Maybe
Alabama.
you weren't short. You ain't got but 2 hours left.
Well, actually, I got started in a little place called Coffeyville, Alabama.
All right.
What's the name of the town?
Coffeyville.
Coffeyville. Where the hell is that?
As I was, when I became 12 years old, we moved to Mobile. And so guys like Fred Wesley, Jabbo and I lived next door to each other. Okay. He became James Brown drummer. And so Jabbo, his mom was named Miss Teesey, and Jabbo would make his own drumsticks. During that time, we had a group called the Castanets. So eventually, Bobby Bland came to town, and Jabbo left with him. But anyway, during that period, we did what we call woodshed. And we would go out in the backyard, we'd run a long extension cord. We would hook up the amplifiers, and we would play and play until our parents would run us out the backyard. We'd go to somebody else's backyard and hook up. So that was back then. So moving on up, when I came, now Jimmy was talking about Otis Rush. When I first came to Chicago, that was the first band that I played with was Otis Rush. I was with Otis Rush for 3 years. And we played at the Castle Rock on weekend and Peppers on Tuesdays.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Ruth, don't you have a song with something about Mobile in it?
That's right.
Why don't you do about 3 seconds worth?
Acapella. I'm going to Mobile, down on the Gulf of Mexico, where they drink and draft beer, y'all, and kick back in the fishing boat. I said, I'm going to Mobile. Oh, yeah. Now, this is the part I like. One thing, people, I always wanted to do, grab me one of them Mobile girls and walk down through Hank Aaron Loop. I said, I'm going to Mobile.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, what about you, Brother Dixon?
What about me?
And how did you get into music? I know your father was there.
That was it.
That was it.
That was it.
And how were you?
My father told me, don't touch this bass guitar.
And you did anyway.
That's what happened. Don't touch it. They was on a tour going to Europe, and I was running the studio at the time. He said, don't touch that bass guitar. And I couldn't wait. And then it was gone, and about 2 months later, I was playing professional. A cat named Jimmy, he was at Chess Records. He was in the shipping and receiving part of Chess Records, and he played drums. And he come out there and practice with me, And so he asked my father. He said, "Can Freddie play a gig with me?" My son said, "Play what?" He said, "Bass." He said, "He can't play no bass." I was playing bass, and so I started playing my father then, And I was 19 years old. So I just picked it up, But a lot of people helped me. I was going to jam sessions like we have today. That's why I encourage people. You go to jam sessions, you might make mistakes, but you know not to do that no more, So you go to jam sessions, you learn. I know them cats see me come and say, "Here he come again." But I was determined,
I hit the wrong note again.
Yeah, that's right. No, I didn't hit the wrong note that time, but after I learned what to do, you know not to hit that note anymore. I messed up. I kept messing up until I got it right. I still mess up. I still mess up now, but, that's how I learned to play the blues, but consistently going to jam sessions and asking people questions. People would tell you, musicians were friendly. They tell you, you ask them something, how you do this, they show you. And that's what I don't mind, showing people anything I can to help them. So
that's what happens on Thursday night down in Motor Road. When those young guys come in, young guys, older guys too, they got musicians that have been trying to play. And they've been, like Freddie said,
never get a chance.
And they've been making the same mistake over and over in a song. And they're going to the change. We had a group come through there. They could never really play 12-bar blues. Right. But they would play, but they didn't realize they weren't really playing 12-bar blues. They would play with other people and realize, how come they never be with me? Because they would play maybe 13 bars here, maybe 11.
11 and a half.
They would never play the whole cycle. And then the cat didn't know it. I said, it's got to go to here to here. He said, what? I said, it go to here to here. Well, then nobody never tell him. He just been doing it.
What happened to our girl?
They're coming back. Yeah. We have a team. come through there, Big Daddy and Little Mama. They're our regulars come through. They haven't been through for a while. I think some illness in the family that they take care of. But anyway, they were to our local people, the family. They wanted to play the blues.
Alumni.
The alumni now, right? They come through and work on it. They got a little routine they do. Big Daddy, Little Mama, they do the routine. Now it's part of the routine, you know. And that's how you develop. You know what I mean? They feel comfortable. They build your confidence. You know?
Right, I'm gonna come
even
now.
Even this guy, he has a great band.
Right, I know that. I was gonna ask Doc how did he get his thing going too? Yeah, but I tell you now, when I come down on Motor Road Thursday night, not this one coming, but in the future.
You gonna sing?
I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah.
But in the very, I ain't got no problem with that. Okay. In the very future, I'm gonna bring my bass now.
Come on.
And I don't want you laughing at me.
No, man, bring it on. This is straight up, right? You know, come on. Right on.
See that? That's all right.
No,
at least I play once with you.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
It's like going on the golf course, you know.
You play?
Yeah, I do. You go to the golf course, it look like to me, every time you go to the golf course, if it's a guy, he's a good golfer. But then a bad golfer comes out there, it look like it throws his game off.
I wish you would stop talking about me over there. See, I know how to get up enough grass.
One of our guys, he would say, we was in the University of Life Community Center. He said, "Yeah, I play golf. I got me some so-and-so. I got some Callaways." It's like, well, listen, man, I got a tournament I'm getting ready to go in. Come on, you know, you go out to them tournaments, you pay your fee, and you got all these little side bets going on. Side bets was running all through them 18 holes, and this guy did not know how to play.
Could hit it, huh?
And he got out there and he messed up people's money.
Yeah.
Because
you had to give him a mullet.
No, I had to get him out of there. We got a mullet. He sit there and messed the card up because he wouldn't know, doing the guy started counting these scores up, and this odd number keep coming up on all these holes. And so some dude just waiting, so he go clean up. Couldn't nobody ever guess you get a number like that on these holes these guys was getting. I'm cleaning up now. I had to get up out of there. Had to leave out that corner. But anyway, I want everybody out there to come on down and have some fun with us on February 26th. It's going to be on, and you can't wait to see Tracy Adams get up there and do her thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's going to tear loose. Shirley Johnson, boy, they've been waiting to get this on. So we want y'all to come on and enjoy and have a good time with us.
Now, your band's going to play? You're going to have all-star band just so you got it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I want you to get to this black bags because you were talking about how things are going now in our society.
Yeah.
You know, and this song here, it raises that issue and raises the question about what do we do to stop some of this stuff. It's called Black Bags. Little guy, 22 years old. I wrote the song after watching stuff on TV one night. And so I took it and told Freddie about it. And so the young Michael DeMoney just joined our band. I said, this would be a nice song for him to introduce because his generation is the one we see this stuff from black bag syndrome. Anybody. Could be you. Could be anybody in that black bag. So that's what this stuff is all about.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk to you, Doc, when we come back again after this segment about your interest into music and all. All right, here you got Black Bag already. Are you ready? Okay. All right, you're listening to Classic Blues and R&B here, folks, on WVON 1690 AM.
yellow tape from the front porch to the tree. I said I'm tired of seeing the yellow tape from the front porch to the tree. And I'm tired of seeing the white chalk where somebody used to be. Disco lights, and you hear that siren sound. Yes, when you see those disco lights, Lord, and you hear that siren sound. Yeah. You know they're getting ready. Black bag of the town. So it's time to pick up the good book. And put on them dirty guns down. Yeah, I'll pick up the Bible, baby. Lord, put all the pretty guns down. 'Cause you never know, it could be you in that black bag in the town. Oh! Yeah. Listen, you know I could be your mother, raise you from a boy to a man. It could be a father, lots of things you can understand, yeah. It could be your sister, the one who always made you smile. Oh, it could be your brother, the one you ain't talked to in a while, yeah. It could be your neighbor, or the old man in the grocery store. Or it could be anybody. And I won't take it no more. 'Cause it could be you. It could be you. It could be you.
what you like. It's plenty where that game wanna be with you. Girl, at any price, just say you will. And all that will be nice, I wanna do for you. Everything I can, though you're a young girl, and I'm an older man. I just wanna be your sugar daddy. Buy you everything. Take care of you. Take care of you. Your sugar daddy. Buy you everything. Buy you everything. Take care of you. You're tired of walking. Well, here's a brand new car. Go on and drive it. But don't you go too far. Buy you diamonds and wrap you up in fuzz. Your wish is my command. Just say the word. All those young guys, they're all over you. But baby, don't waste your time. Let me take care of you. Girl, I'll offer you a life of security. Just say you will. Just say you wanna be with me, baby. I just wanna be your sugar daddy. Well, buy you everything. Buy you everything. Take care of you. Take care of you. Oh, baby. Your sugar daddy. Well, buy you everything. Take care of you. I know the whole town is talking. Well, but that's what people do. But I don't care what they say. As long as you're here with me, I just wanna be, your sugar daddy. Yeah. Buy you everything. Buy you everything. Take care of you. Gonna take care of you. Your sugar daddy. Well, buy you everything. Buy you everything, take baby. Care of you. Gonna take care of you. Ooh. I just wanna be your sugar daddy. Well, buy you everything. Buy you everything, take baby. Care of you. Gonna take I just wanna be your sugar daddy. Yeah. Buy you everything. Buy you everything, take baby. Care of you. Gonna take care of you. Your sugar daddy. Buy you everything. Well, take care of you. I just wanna be your sugar daddy. Well, buy you everything. Do it. Take care of you. All right.
Spend your Saturday nights right here on Classic Blues and R&B with Sir Henry Cheatham.
On the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
You know the time have come. Oh, for me to hit the road again.
in the tip jar.
she was shaking, y'all. I dropped a 20 in the tip jar. She was shaking so good, shaking so good. I dropped 100. Never thought I would. Gladys, one more shake, and I wish you would take a whole lot of shaking to make me feel good. If she shake one more time, I'm going home. I without a dime, all my money in the tip jar. Big head hundreds sticking in her bra. She was shaking. Oh, she was shaking, y'all. Everybody on the edge of their seat. Gladys never missed a beat. She was shaking every limb, sending me to the ATM. Gladys, soon as payday rolls around, I'm gonna be back downtown. I don't care, rain or shine, just shake for me one more time. All my money in the tip jar. All my money in the tip jar. Bartending, whatever you have, give everybody one. Sell them up, Joe. Put it on my tab. Gladys, she eased up to me, shaking, her big round hands. Come on, just shaking. Then she eased up to me some more. What, shaking them big nipples like candy, cherry dripping, honey dripping up in my eyeballs, up in my face. I was like windshield wipers, moving from left to right. I was moving. Gladys, come on. All my money. Gladys, money gone. All my money gone. In the tip jar, in the tip jar. In the tip jar, money gone.
Gypsy woman told my mama, before I was born, you got a boy child coming, gonna be a son of a gun. Gonna make pretty women jump up and shout, and the world's gonna know what he's all about. Of the seventh day, on the seventh month, the seventh doctor said he was born for good luck, and I know you see got $700. Now don't you miss me? Oh, I'm here. Everybody knows I'm here. Well, I'm the hoochie coochie man. Got a black cat bone. Got my mojo too. Got my John the Conqueror. I'm gonna mess with you. I'm gonna take all you pretty women and lead you by your hands. And the world's gonna know I'm the who. Everybody knows I'm here. Well, I'm the hoochie coochie man. Everybody knows I'm here. Gypsy woman told my mama, ooh, what a boy. Don't make a many woman jump and shout for joy. Walk here. Everybody knows I'm here. Well, I'm the hoochie coochie man. Everybody knows I'm here.
All right, you're listening to Classic Blues and R&B. Just heard our studio guest here, the original Chicago Blues All-Stars. The original Chicago Blues All-Stars. And you heard the Hoochie Coochie Man there by the group. And before that, you heard the Black Bags. That's also one of their songs. Very good song, too. You said 22-year-old young man, right?
Yeah, he's 23 now.
Uh-huh.
Yes, we were very fortunate to find this young man. He came to the Motor Road.
Oh, okay.
He came to sit in.
Good.
And
Can't remember when we needed it.
That's right. And so he's been there. He's been there ever since.
How long ago was that?
Last year. He's been actually a year. You know what? You just think about it. It's been a year.
That's been a year.
You know, right. And in a year's time, we done went all around the world almost.
Yeah. You were saying somebody that went on tour?
Yes, we went to Toronto, Paris, Brazil, this year. We've been we represented Chicago and several of those places. Chicago Blues All Stars was the Chicago surprise in Paris. They wanted a gift from Chicago, and they sent the Chicago Blues All Stars. It was great. It was a great job for both of us. You know, great experience. Brazil was a great experience also. You know, and those are just since Michael's been with the band, he had a chance to tour around the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Now, how many guys are there now in your band in the All Stars?
Four.
Just four. Okay, yeah. Hey, Doc, I want to ask you, Dr. Payne, how did you get in? When did you get into music? How old were you, and how did you get in?
I already told Brother Dixon over here I was going to deflect on that because I had to take up the rest of the program.
Oh,
the
no, you ain't got.
We're just thinking about.
You ain't got all night.
We want to talk about the original Chicago Blues.
Yeah, but I mean, you down at Motor Road too from time to time. So
Doc's the chairman. He's the chairman of our board putting this together for the gala.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you, I don't know what we've done without Doc.
Okay.
He probably would have got it done.
I'm used to waiting because my background is an obstetrician gynecologist. I'm used to waiting.
Yeah, 9 months at least.
9 months.
I must say, you know, we have been pulling this together, and by us doing everything we're doing, we needed someone to take the wheel and keep it focused on where it's supposed to go to. And I told her, so come on, Doc, I want you to help us do this.
Did you start that this year or before? I mean, not this year, but last year. When did you start working on this?
We started this year.
2018?
Yeah,
well,
because, when you have a mission to do something, you got to do it when that time comes.
That's true.
You know, everybody can stand back and say, you should.
Right.
But when you know what you have to do what you have to do.
Right.
You know, and was our goal. This was our mission. We want to start it the last Monday in February. It's going to be our gala every year. That's African American History Month. We want to make sure that we set that up.
Cool.
And so you have to do what you got to do. You know, people stand
people were saying we couldn't do it.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm going to tell you something. But sometimes it's best not to even tell them what you're going to do, because you know what? There's a million folks to tell you what you can't do, and only one to tell you that I think you can,
yeah, okay.
and one who say I'm going to do it.
Yes,
so, you know. So yeah, that's the way to go. You know. All right, I know you guys ready to get out of here. You got to go to church in the morning.
He didn't answer the question.
Well, he told you he was going to deflect. He want to deflect for the next hour, that 15, 20 minutes.
30-second infomercial for Odie Payne.
All right, now we ain't no commercial. We just want to know about it.
I told you. We told you.
Yeah.
There's one person in this room who verify what I'm saying. In other words, my son over there, who's Odie Payne the fourth, the fact of the matter is, everybody who's ever come into this world that had a bloodline associated with Odie Payne Jr., my father, sat on a drum seat. From as soon as they were able to sit on a seat, they were on a seat. Got a picture of all of them. The only person we don't have yet is my grandson, who's on the left-hand side over here, but he's been on a drum seat. So the point being is that, yes, ever since I've been big enough to sit on a drum seat, that's when it started.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's when it started.
There you go.
You got that?
All right.
Now, that doesn't account for the 30 years of being in obstetrics and gynecology, because I've been away from the music scene, but being back on it, I'm just happy to be here. And I'm surrounded by this vintage. It doesn't get any better than that. Okay?
Appreciate you.
Doesn't get any better than that.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, and so this group that I'm running called the Doc Payne and the Pain Relief Smooth Blues Band. If I could get everybody around this table to say that would be a plus. But I know you're going to stumble on it. But we're all genuine. And we want to also, I would be remiss if I didn't pump up my man over here, Sir Henry Cheatham.
Exactly.
WVON AM 1690.
Yeah.
Easy, preeminent blues man,
Yes,
jock,
indeed.
whatever you want to call him, in this town and all around this town. And we're going to make it bigger and bigger and bigger.
Very important.
You hear that, Miss Span?
Thank you. I want to thank you very much, Doc, for that commercial.
All right.
All right, we get ready to go to the top of the hour. I want to thank all of you guys for being here. And don't forget, folks, to get out to the, where is it?
It's at the Harold Washington Cultural Center. It's the Blue Monday International Blues Gala award show. We're going to be presenting awards to all of our great Chicago blues artists, and especially the Lifetime Award to Mr. Bobby Rush.
Get on out, folks. And that's when, what's that date?
February the 26th, 2018, from 6 until 10.
And you got some white, you say you ain't going to have
The
no
food?
white folk, no white lightning?
We got, well, you got to bring your own. you got to bootleg your own moonshine.
Okay. All right, folks, I want to thank you very much. All right, we're going to go to the top of the hour, and I want to thank these gentlemen again for being here. And don't be afraid to come back. Get in touch with Doc and get back to me. All right, you're listening to Classic Blues and R&B, folks, on WVON 1690 AM. All right, as we get into the final hour, we are on Classic Blues and R&B. I want to thank you for being with us, sticking around with us, joining us each and every Saturday night, Sunday morning, right here on WVON 1690 AM. We're streaming live at WVON.com on the World Wide Web. We're also at iHeartRadio. Check us out. Check us out there. We always want you to get social with us by going to WVON on Facebook. That's facebook.com, WVON1690. Follow us on Twitter at WVON1690 and on Instagram at WVON1690. You can always text WVON to 88474. I'm your host here. I almost said something. I'm your host here. WVON, Sir Henry Cheatham, a man on the other side of the glass, is Gerald Brents Jr. soon to be a father. I wonder if he's going to name his son Gerald Bridge II. They were just left here with these three guys, these three gentlemen just left here.
I'm already Gerald Bridge II. Gerald Maurice Bridge Jr.
The third. You going to make him the third? You going to make him to make him the third?
Renee said no, so no.
Oh. Well, they always in charge. Okay. You make sure you tell us hi. But anyway, yeah. Good to have the great musicians here with a long linkage between American music. American real cultural music is blues, folks. Came right out of the South, recorded in Memphis and here in Chicago and out west and wherever else in the world it went to be, 145, that's it. The blues chords are the basis of the old music. Good thing, too. Want to thank Dr. Payne, O.D. Payne III, and his sons, 4th and 5. And I want to thank Freddie Dixon and Dr. Tillman and, of course, the old root doctor, formerly Roy Hightower. I want to thank them all for being up in here. Classic Blues would like for you to follow us on Twitter at WVON Henry, but also like for you to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Classic Blues and R&B, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Henry CB. That's youtube.com/Henry CB. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hey, you'll find not only classic blues up there, but you'll find some other stuff that I put up there. It's a good channel. It's an informative channel. It's an entertainment channel. We put stuff up from our vault that we put up. We put shows up from the vault that we have, and hey, it's good stuff. If I had to say so myself. I didn't produce it all. I produced much of it, though. But anyway, here we go with some more music. And I want to say my man, Nick Hansberry, is on his way back to Atlanta. He says he's returning to Atlanta, and he's leaving. He thought he was going to get by today, but he didn't. But anyway, have a good, safe trip, young man, wherever you may be, Brother Chris. And you take good care of yourself.
Nick.
What did I say?
Chris.
I did. Yeah. I was talking to him the other day, and I told him, I said, you see, I didn't even call you Chris, Doggone. I don't know why I would call him Chris. Chris had Nick Hansberry, Nick Hansberry. Yeah. Yeah, he used to work with us here, too, on Saturday night. Speaking of fathers, I want to congratulate my man, Zach Hughes, and his wife. They expecting a child also. So, you come work on the shift over here, even though you don't be at home on Saturday night, you can still get some activity going Monday through Friday, and all that other stuff. All right, here we go with some more music here on Classic Blues and R&B. Hope you're enjoying the program. We are. Always enjoy bringing it to you. You're listening to Classic Blues and R&B on WVON 1690 AM.
Everybody plays a fool at least once in their life. But when you get a little older, you start looking for a real love, a true love. So if you're in a tough spot, don't give up. It's out there. It's just hard to find. Like a needle in a haystack, I search far and wide, trying to find a woman that I can call my wife. The woman I had, she was trifling. See, I found out she was creeping with my best friend. Oh, I thought I found love that had been refined. But you can't find gold bigger than a gold mine. True love, it's hard to find. I thought I found it, but I was wasting so-called friend had his eyes on my woman. You know, I thought she was the one, that special one. But that goes to show you, some love ain't true love. True love, yeah, it's hard to find. I thought I found it, but I was wasting time. True love is so hard. Trying to find that one that I can spend my life with. Finding that one that can have my kids. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. Finding true love. It's hard to find a woman that loves me with no strings attached.
Sir Henry, would you please play some classic blues for me?
Hi, this is Bear Williams. You're listening to the dynamic blues and soul sounds of Sir Henry Cheatham on WVON 1690 AM.
Nothing to lose. No social status. No point of view. With all of my subtraction, how could I that you could ever love me, that you would ever drink from the waters of love that flow from my heart, drink from a well so deep, you'll never dry up. I will wait all my life for you. The water is hard. Someday you'll find me, and you'll realize that I am forever. Yes, I do. There's no disguise. The minutes are wasted. Yeah. Years they pass by. I don't care how long it takes me. I want you to be mine. Oh, man. And drink from the waters of love, flow from my heart, drink from a well that's so deep, you'll never, never dry out. I will wait all my life for you. Deep in the waters, in the water. Never try. In the water. A song for the weekend. A song for the weekend.
This is classic blues and R&B music with a feeling.
Before I met her, my life was in a shambles. Tell you I used to drink and gamble, and it seems I was going anywhere. Then she found me, she dusted me off and loved me. My good, my bad, my ugly, and she wrapped me in a tender loving care. She took my broken pieces and she made me like brand new. I'm always gonna need her love, no matter what I do.
I'm so used to having nothing.
I will let you pass me by. What I thought was just a hard rock was my diamond in disguise. She like a rolling dice on seven. I died and gone to heaven. She's my lady luck, yeah. She's my lady, lady luck. She's just like a lucky charm, right here on my arm. She's my lady luck. She's my lady, lady luck.
She's my luck, my lady luck. I said she's my lady luck.
My lady.
She's my luck, my lady luck. I said she's my lady luck. She's my luck, my lady luck. I said she's my lady luck.
My lady luck.
She's my luck, my lady luck. I said she's my lady luck.
Even though some people think she's using me, that don't take away the fact she gives me everything I need. Friends tell me to leave her alone, but I know better. They want to run away, my lady love, but oh no, I won't let them come. She took my broken pieces and she made me like brand new. I'm always gonna need her love, no matter what I do.
I'm so used to having nothing.
I will let you pass me by. What I thought was just a hard rock was my diamond in disguise. She like a rolling dice on seven. I died and gone to heaven. She's my lady luck, yeah. She's my lady, lady luck. She's just like a lucky charm, right here on my arm. She's my lady luck. She's my lady, lady luck.
She's my luck, my lady luck. I said she's my lady luck. She's my luck, my lady luck. I said she's my lady luck. She's my luck, my lady luck. I said she's my lady luck. She's my luck, my lady luck. I said she's my lady. Hey, lucky lady.
Died and gone to heaven. She's my lady luck, yeah. She's my lady, lady luck. She's just like a lucky charm, right here on my arm. She's my lady luck, my lady. She's my lady, lady luck. She's like a rolling dice on seven. I died and gone to heaven. She's my lady luck, yeah. She's my lady, lady luck.
This is classic blues and R&B.
All right, you got Sam Cockrell. Sam Cockrell and the Sam Cockrell Band will be down at Buddy Guy's on the 22nd of this month. That's February 22nd. The show starts about 9:30, I think. And you also heard the Cashbox Kings. Blues for Chirac. From the CD Royal Mint. You also heard Wilson Meadows, Lady Luck. Bear Williams, Waters of Love. Waters of Love. Bear Williams will also be down at Buddy Guy on the 28th of February. So 9:30 these shows starts. We'll get a chance to go out and check them both out. And Black Diamond, True Love, all here on Classic Blues and R&B. I don't know, did we play that Tyrone record? We didn't play it, right? Sugar Dad, I don't think we played it. We did play it? Okay. I just see it on the list, and I'm not sure if I had it checked off or not. Anyway, folks, we up in here every Saturday night, Sunday morning, doing our thing, and it's always a pleasure being up in here. And we hope that it is a pleasure for you allowing us to come into your ears, your bedroom, or your car, or your internet, or wherever you may be. Yep, so we hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, as we continue to roll right along here on Classic Blues and R&B. Don't forget, next week on the Midday Show, Monday, American Ballet Theater Tour brings Misty Copeland. She'll be in the studio with soon Perry Small. I think that's at 9 o'clock, so it should be. What exactly does it mean to be very presidential? Exploration of the character traits of American history's greatest leaders and how the White House, current president, stacks up against them. And customer service with Dorothy Tucker. All of that coming to you next week on the Dorothy on the morning show with Perry Small. But the moral status of the White House, folks, the president, is human. Hey, we've had some real scandals up in there, so. They're what they are. This guy here, most folks would have said president's the worst one. I want to take my hat off to LeBron James and his response to Laura Ingraham. The problem is, like the so-called left, those who are supposedly, and now hear me, understand me, just as for conversational purposes, because that labels is not that important. But in this, you have to have some identification or rubric, so you can identify things, is that the so-called Democrats, they have nothing nice to say, and then the so-called Republicans, they have nothing nice to say about each other. The Laura Ingrams, I agree with on some things I don't. I do agree when she says that, that the so-called leftists, Republicans have a right to speak on college campuses, just as the leftists have a right to do likewise. I think open dialogue is the best dialogue. When you have, if I say something that I don't want a transgender kissing me, what the hell, you shouldn't attack me for that. I just told you the truth. And a lot of folks don't want to deal with the truth about how people have a right to feel different about things, differently about things, There's some people just not going to like me. I don't care what I do. I don't care. I don't like Henry Cheatham. I don't like him. I don't care what he did. It's the same thing with the public figures, that in the politics. I couldn't care less about neither party, Democrat nor Republican. Neither one am I a member of. I have not taken out a membership card to neither one. I get literature from both of them. And I agree with something on both sides, but I'm not a Democrat nor a Republican. Any Democrat, as I always said, folks, any Negro in the city of Chicago who is a Democrat after 1983 is, has a problem. Now, that person who's running for office may be running as a Democrat, so that's okay. You vote for that person. But to say you're a Democrat, the way that Tom Hines, that's in my ward out there, the 19th, Ed Vadoliak, Chris Hyder, all of those guys, what's his name, Ed Burke, anybody but Harold. And we kept saying nobody but Harold, so anyone who is a Democrat, talking about they are died in the war, Democrat, and they are obviously, I would think, misled, because all of the white folks became white. All of them, Barnard Epton almost beat Mel Washington after he had beat the two white candidates, Daley and Burns. He had beat them, but then he ended up beating the one white candidate, Barnard Epton. But all of the majority of white folks, I won't say all, because there was a handful who didn't. All of the white folks who had been Democrats all of the years, they were Democrats. Then all of a sudden, Mel Washington got it. They ran like hell to the other side. I do respect Cook County Commissioner at the time, President George Dunn. He said, hey, he won it. I'm supporting him. But the rest of these bastards, they ran. Anyway, the mayor got it, one of the greatest mayors that this country has ever had, and that is the mayor, Harold Washington. You're listening to Classic Blues and R&B on WVON 1690 AM.
Hi, this is Shamika Copeland, and you're listening to Classic Blues and R&B with Sir Henry Cheatham on 1690 W.
a situation's running heavy on my mind. I'm falling kind of hard over heels for a woman. I'm thinking about her all the time. She's so super sweet, and the love she gives to me is really knocking me off of my feet. But the only thing that got me hesitating on the ring, she barely about the age of 23. They calling me the cradle wild, looking guilty as a man can be. Calling me the cradle wild, but the cradle robbed me. Some of you may say that there's no earthly way to relate to a person half your age. I even had a man come to me and say, hey man, is that your daughter? We laughed it off and ran about our way. But she takes me back to my younger days, when all I knew to do was play. We don't talk on stocks and bonds or 401ks, but I love the way she lets me have my way. They calling me a cradle rock, looking guilty as a man can be. They calling me a cradle rock, but the cradle robbing me. She takes me back to my younger days, when all I knew to do was play. We talking Facebook and Twitter, and sometimes Tumblr. And I told you how she lets me have my way. Calling me a cradle rock, looking guilty as a man can be. Calling me a cradle rock, but the cradle robbing me.
after dark, break the day. This old place ain't treat me no better. Man, you know John Primer just can't stay.
sweetest thing in this world. Imagine woman, man, she the sweetest thing in this world. I go to bed, man, she lay right down and jump from a curve. All right, Bob, give me some harmonica.
All right, folks, you heard John Primer and Bob Corritore taking us out of here, going back home, John said. Yeah, you know, you can get out of here. The next thing you know, you said, things ain't what I thought they were. Yeah, knocking around these blues. I'm going back home. That's the CD title. Stevie J, Cradle Robber, Shamika Copeland. Devil's Hand, all here on Classic Blues. You also heard Lil Ed. Lil Ed and his boys, and I think it was, what the hell was it? Whiskey Teals, I think the name of it, you know. But anyway, you heard it right here on Classic Blues and R&B. Enjoyed being here for another Saturday, Sunday. Hope you've enjoyed it. Intend to get back up in here. And don't forget, folks, ignorance is the most costly crop that any community can produce. Think about that. And then you go from there. You try to reduce it. Hopefully we won't have any more multiple killings unnecessary. Folks, there's a lot of killing in our country. You know, we're very violent people. And it's a shame, you know. I was looking at a story about a little girl out in California. And a little past Bakersville, between San Francisco and Bakersville. But anyway, a man and a woman jumped on her and beat the kid up, cut the kid's throat. I think they cut her throat and all that stuff. But anyway, she was able to crawl to the road and tell them who had did it, you know. Unnecessary, but hey, this is America. I love it. It's my country. I ain't got no other choice. I don't like a lot of the activities. Until next week, folks, don't forget to subscribe to me there on YouTube at youtube.com/Henry CB6175. Until next week, may God bless and keep you.
The talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation. 1690 WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.